Welcome to International Securities Exchange's podcast series. Facilitated by renowned educators, ISE podcasts are intended to teach beginning as well as seasoned investors the ins and outs of trading. To find an updated list of podcasts, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts. Please be sure to listen to our important message following this episode regarding the risks of investing in exchange-traded options.
And for New Zealand dollar and the what I said last time, I said I was bullish above 141. I made a mistake as for Canadian dollar and the Australian dollar. But now, actually, I thought it was a rounding bottom, but it's still a rounding bottom. But it's a large rounding bottom, and I think as it's large, it's larger than the previous one. I think will be more effective. So now we have pivot point around 140, and as for Australian dollar, as the pair is close to my first target at 152.50, I'm cautious. I expect a slight consolidation. Moreover, the RSI is overbought ahead of a new up leg. I think the rise can go to 167.50. Okay, so that's it for NZD. So overall, after technical analysis that we saw, overall we can see that the US dollar is in a bullish mode. Before now, was in a bullish mode against the euro, against the British pound, against the Swiss franc, but only against these pairs, and not really against commodities, currencies like New Zealand dollar or Australian dollar. But now we can see that bullish mode in the US dollar is for all the pairs. So I expect further recovery in the US dollar on all the pairs, but maybe this recovery will be more gradual on the euro and the British pound compared to the current situation, because, as I said earlier, the slope of the bullish trend is too important, and it's not sustainable. So that's it for me, and back to you, Steve.
Cyril, I have a question, and I'm going to open it up to all the other attendees. If you have any questions, please type it in, and you can send it to both Cyril and myself, of course, Steve Meisinger. Cyril, what do you do here when now the U.S. dollar is so strong? I know you've been recommending or advocating that that was going to occur, and it took a little bit longer than a lot of us might have thought, but now it's actually spurting up against the Canadian, like you said, or even the Australian, a massive rally. What do we do as traders to get into that market? Do we chase it? Do we wait for a pullback? What do you recommend?
Yeah, okay. Go back to my desktop. Depends the situation, but if you take AUX, I think it's important to wait, because we can see another 1 or 2 days upside, but when we have an RSI at 83 and that the pair is facing an important resistance level, I think I prefer to wait. It's too dangerous to enter right now.
Okay.
But And the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar is another situation because it's still below 107.50. So I don't want to make the same mistake that last time. It's not broken, so I prefer to wait either the upside breakout or a slight pullback.
So today, I think...
Oh, don't chase, from my view, don't chase the current move.
I'm sorry, say it again?
From my view, don't chase the current move on Australian, New Zealand, and Canadian.
So even though Trading Central made the recommendation this morning of buy U.S. against Canadian CDD,
yeah, but not
too far too fast.
But not at 106.50.
Right.
Correct. So now I see 107. So 107 is more. It's less comfortable because it's really close to the key resistance. So.
Okay.
It's interesting to play on the Canadian dollar because didn't break, but and if the pair breaks, we will have a strong bullish acceleration. So the risk reward on the Canadian dollar is more interesting right now than the Australian dollar or the New Zealand dollar, because we can see a strong bullish acceleration. And I'm not sure we can see a strong bullish acceleration on the Australian dollar as the RSI is really overbought, and not on the Canadian dollar. You know what I see?
Yes.
You know what I say?
Yes. I mean, what you're saying is that you recommend that people wait for a little bit of a pullback, correct?
Yeah. On Canadian dollar, maybe you can enter the long position because it's not really the same configuration. But on the Australian dollar, I'm very cautious.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
And yes, and we have a slight, it's different. The configuration is really different.
That's interesting. Let's go back to the questions, if you don't mind, Cyril, and then we could flip back and forth, if that's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To find more podcasts on options, stocks, alternative markets, and market data, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts.